Hi, this is Fragile again, and I just finished making a vlog, the Chinese version about how I cure my so-called laziness, or how do I handle my laziness. And I was quite surprised because I thought there's not much point that I dropped down. I just wrote like 5 or 6 points, and I talked like 13 minutes or 14 minutes, somewhere around that, and only 2 minutes left. So, and sometimes I just wonder how many. I mean, I realized that most of my English versions are just watched by Estonians. I mean, I sometimes I wonder how many native speakers will be interested in a Chinese speaking English this way, and talk about something like the destiny materials. How many native speakers did I successfully acquire, draw their attention? It would be very interesting. It would be very interesting if you would kindly drop me a comment online for that. Because, for example, like my last video, I talked about the capitalism is a foundation on greed. I saw there are like 120 people that have watched so far, and that's quite a lot. I mean, just in just a few days. But how many of them really uh, paying attention, being serious as what I have talked about? I mean, that's very. I'm just curious about that. Okay, enough of that. Um, I want to say that before laziness, I would say even for people that realize that they are in laziness, they will not confess that they are lazy. But I would say I was pretty much a lazy person because I just want to rest most of the time, all the time. And I have a mom to take care of me. That it's easy for you to fall into such a situation, especially when there's someone taking care of you, like my mom, and you don't need to. It's like everything is prepared and everything is well prepared ahead for you. For example, like whenever I was hungry, then she will be preparing the meals for me. She will be doing the laundry for me and things like that. And I would be like, I was just concentrated on doing on things that I like. For example, like eat, sleep, play, and masturbate. Masturbation took me was a very, I would say, my total definition of what I was. So because at that age, at that moment, at that time, I didn't know anything about the serious and consequences of that. When you use someone to masturbate, you're using them energetically, raping them, and then they will manifest in that real life. And that's why, actually we know very little about how our world work. How come those pornography actors, they will tends to draw violence into their life? Why it will manifest that way? Okay, well, it's because millions, thousands of people use the portrait to energetically rape them. So that's why violent events has to be manifest in them. I didn't know about that. I didn't even consider that that was possible. I didn't know anything about equality. I didn't know anything about the oneness. I don't even know whether I will die. I will exist after I die. I will die. Everybody know, but just don't want to remind them that they will die one day, especially for the Chinese. If you in the Happy New Year time and say that, hey, do you know that you will die? The parents would hate you, ban you, and then told you never to remind them saying anything like that. You know, the Chinese culture is fear of death is quite heavy, immense, imprinted into them. Um, so I was quite lazy, I would say. The only thing I do is just eat, sleep, pray, and then masturbate. How? Because laziness will cause you at first. It will be just those things that you do not like to do, and later on it will be anything, everything you don't want to do anything. When you are in laziness, you don't want to. That's totally not living. I mean, you don't want to add. You only want to do things that you enjoy, give you pleasure, like going to movies. Uh, excuse me. You don't even want to walk in the malls, and not to mention work and things like that. So how I so-called cure my laziness is just like what the Destiny interviews they have explained what laziness is and how to handle it. I told myself that I need to take self-responsibility, that I need to be responsible to myself. I mean, even after I die or when I'm here, I can tell everyone that I did what I need to be done to take care of myself, to live, like taking a bath. I didn't even want to take a bath because, yeah, like that, it might be hard for you to imagine, but yeah, you will go to an extent that you don't even want to take a bath, and just laziness is gradually will bring you, immense you into not want to do anything, and you just sleep and pray and eat and yeah, things like that. So how do I kill myself? Whenever right now I'm taking care of myself, I'm doing the cooking. If my mom's not doing, I will be doing the cooking. I will do the laundry. I will take bath. You will take care of myself. And whenever I do things, wash the dishes. Whenever I do things that I don't want to do, I told myself that it's not a matter of whether you want to do it or not. It's a matter of taking your self-responsibility. In that way, you will be more active. You will be, at least I will be more active. I will be more participating in my life. And I'm more self-responsible to my life. I mean, I'm living here on earth. I need to eat, I need to, there are certain things that I need to do, and I cannot expect anyone to do it for me, I need to take care of myself, being a responsible person. And I mean, my whole starting point changed. I do not do things, I do not see things because I don't like or I want to avoid, but I will see and consider whether I need to do it. If I need to, the need is not based on, is not assessed on whether it's comfortable or not, but whether as oneness and equality, whether I need to do it, and if I really need to do it, I need to take myself responsibility and do it. And I will do my best to do it most efficiently, considering everything as oneness and equality, and then I can continue what I have left off. So I mean, for example, like I'm not those ego person, those where you get a lot of satisfaction by putting their own image in the internet. I'm not those person. I mean, and especially for example, like every vlog that I make, I need to write down all the points. There are a lot of preparations in ahead of the days, because if you want to speak smoothly, you really have to prepare yourself. and get a rundown, get a flow of what you wanted to say, and prepare the points. And I was a little bit resist about that. I'm getting better at it now. I mean, I not confident, not forcing myself, but pushing myself to do it, and do it. Because sometimes it's quite funny when you can see comments from people, but when you put a video and then sometimes there are like 14 people seeing, 2 people seeing in a few days, and then sometimes there are 100 but not much have feedbacks from you, then it's kind of like that you are it's kind of like feeling that you're playing squash or something, but you cannot see the ball. You are just inside a room, don't know. You hit the ball out, you release the ball, but the ball never comes back, and then you just keep hitting like that. That's how you feels when I do the vlogs. So that's basically how I walk through my laziness. I changed my starting point from comfortability to self-responsibility, to reminding myself every time. Excuse me, as you can see that I'm not very feeling well, but I mean I'm just pushing myself. I told myself that I have to do the vlog, and because I cannot just keep on postponing myself, I have to at least to do some vlogs as much as possible. So I will really suggest you, if you haven't seen the Destiny's interviews, go see them, especially about how they explain what is and how to handle laziness. And I would really suggest you, from my experience, to change your starting point from comfortability to want to get comfortable, and change it into self-responsibility. Always remind yourself that you need to, when you are on earth, you are alive, there are certain works that you need to take care of it. You need to do it. That's your responsibility. And then from there, you expand yourself later on to expand what you think you're responsible for. But at first, just from the basic things like taking a bath and doing dishes and doing laundry, because somebody has to do the jobs if it's not you. And those that hire people to do it for them have serious consequences, I would say. I mean, look at it. There are always consequences. There are always consequences for what you add and what you don't add. So change your starting point from comfortability to self-responsibility. Always reminding yourself, it's my responsibility. I need to take my self-responsibility to handle things for myself. Okay, thank you.